most recent investigation, you absolutely have the right to do that.
Right. I'm just.
So,
I'm just baffled. I'm baffled this conversation's even happening because I'm like, I got a case open. You guys know yourself that it was a bogus case. You just said that, and here we are with the case open against us because why?
well, and I get where you're coming from, but I can't just get it one day and turn around and close it the next. There's documentation I have to put in there. I have to put, my logs, my notes from, meeting you and your family and my conversation with the school. So, it does take, there is a little bit of a process. But I even told you when I was there, it's going to close very quickly. But let me ask you real quick, this really has nothing to do with your case per se, but it's just some generic questions that we ask on every single case. I mean, I could probably answer these myself, but do you or mom have any drug or alcohol issues?
I'm not going to go into that.
Huh?
I'm not going to go into them questions.
You're not going to go.
I'm not going to answer any more questions. You guys have a case open for no reason, man. You just said that. There shouldn't even be a case open, but you're talking about closing it.
Oh, and I will be closing it.
Yeah, and as we talked about at the porch, if I made a report to you saying, hey, the school is not doing their job, you said yourself there's nothing you can do about it. So court might not be in my best interest, but really that's the only thing I can do. I can only go to court and hope that sooner or later something happens different in this case. Because you guys at CPS cannot do anything about them doing this to him or to this family.
Well, and what that comes down to is the law. The law says that, anyone, Joe Blow down the street from you, could pick up the phone and call in a report on you. Anyone is allowed to call in a report to Children's Services. Now,
yeah.
If it can be shown or proven that reports are being called in, there's a pattern of reports being called in with malicious intent, then our agency can do something about it.
And you don't see that, and you don't see that pattern.
We can't determine on the surface, every case that comes into us, what's true and what's not true. So we at least have to go out at least one time to try to determine, is there anything to this or not?
And you already did.
I did. The school did tell me
that's it.
Could not physically attend school. Now, like I said, she did say, but there are other things that we could be doing for him, but because the parents are not communicating, we are not able to do so. But yes, the school did say he could not start because we did not have a nurse for him.
And he was called out because he was not physically attending school.
Correct.
Okay, so I don't understand why you keep getting badgered. I don't understand this.
Who's getting badgered?
We are. What do you mean who? We are.
Oh, no, you're not. This is only the second time I've talked to you.
You shouldn't even call me. You shouldn't even talk to me the first time by what you're saying. The report was false. It was a malicious intent report. It was false.
But
they're stopping him.
Like I just said, I don't know at face value when I get a report in my hand. I don't know you.
Right.
I don't know other people that I get reports on. So when we get a report, we have to. It is our job and the law for us to at least go out and assess if there are concerns or not.
Right. And
if there are concerns, then we move forward. We keep the case open. We take the family to court. We remove the children. If there are not, we finish up, get some collaterals, do our assessments, and we close, which is what I intend to do with your case.
Okay.
So you won't even just answer those generic questions for me?
I don't see the point in it. It's not going to help him get to school any faster. And it's, the point is, you got to understand my position as a parent. Yes, there is laws that allows you to do so, but not whenever you know it's a false report. There's laws that protect us from that too. Mandated reporters are not allowed to make false reports, knowingly, willingly make false reports. That's why I texted you the message I texted you, not the first one, but the second one, explaining that in there that she knowingly, willingly made a false report, and then we're still dealing with an open case that shouldn't even be open because it was a false report to start. That is also Ohio law.
I get what you're saying.
But it's a law. It's not. Now we're past. You said there's laws that lets you do this, and I get that. But there's also laws that protect our civil rights. That mandated reporters are not allowed to make false reports, and this is exactly what happened.
And I understand that. And again, like I said, I'm just the middleman here. When I get a report, I don't know at face value that it's false or not.
Right.
Okay? Now, once I go out, then I might find out there's nothing to this. Okay? So then what do? I finish it up and I close it, which is what I'm going to be doing here.
Okay, well, I did email him yesterday. I let him know that he will be there on 9/14. I'd appreciate if they don't push it back no further. And that's really all I want to say. I do want to finish up another email to them, since they want to communicate with me so badly. I didn't say nothing threatening. I'm not threatening nobody. Besides, I am going to take her to small claims court if possible. Other than that, and that's just legal. If I can't, I can't, but I'm going to try.
And you have every right to do whatever you feel that you need to do, obviously.
Right.
So, and if you don't want to answer my silly little questions that we ask on every case, that's fine as well. I will just document that you refuse to answer.
That's great. Thank you.
Can I ask you one little thing though?
I do want to know. Document one thing though. Mom.
Oh no! See, why is it okay for you to ask me questions?
I'm not asking that. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you a fact of law. Mom is the one. Crystal Triplett's the one that has legal custody of him, not me. So, just because you don't like my answers doesn't give anyone a right to attack him either. That's all I want to say. It's not a fact of asking a question. I just want to let you know a fact of law. She is the one. So you guys will keep talking to me about stuff like the email yesterday was to me. It wasn't even to her. Didn't even get addressed to her.
I had nothing to do with that.
Right, I get it, but again, you guys are asking my opinions and my questions and my views. I don't even know how I got brought up in to begin with, but here I am. And like when
just so you'll know, I did also call Crystal as well. I left her the same message that I left you, so it's not like I'm targeting you or harassing you. And I think when I was even there at the house, I think we even determined that you were the easier one to get a hold of to talk to on the phone. So, I just had a couple simple questions. They're just questions we ask on every case. If you don't want to answer them, you don't have to answer them. Even though they don't have to do with your case per se. It's just we ask on every case. But, like, for instance, one of them is, do you have any American Indian ancestry? We ask that on every case. So, but that's okay. We'll leave it at that.
I'll let you ask your questions, but I'm just not going to answer them because it's not fair to him. You say you're the middleman, but you're really not. You're only attacking the parents, like we discussed. And we're just going to go down. But you are, because the school was at fault, ma'am. The school